Let's pull a bottle off the shelf and dive into some history. My name is Ryan, and welcome to Aquatic Archaeology. Today's bottle is a beer bottle from the Elk Brewing Company. It's a green bottle with a crown top that was blown in a mold or handmade. My bottle is green with an embossed elk on the shoulder of the bottle. However, these bottles come in aqua and clear variants, some with a circle slug on the side or shoulder. Elk Brewing Company was started in 1894 by Joseph S. Smith in the small Pennsylvania town of Kittanning, just northeast of Pittsburgh. It was originally called Elk Run Brewing Company. While construction of the original brewery began in 1894, the brewery opened in 1895 on the corner of Oak Avenue and East High Street. The brewery initially produced around 5,000 barrels of lager beer in its first year, but later expansions to the company would increase this amount. Over its lifetime, the brewery would employ roughly 20 to 40 employees, and most of its beer would be sold in Armstrong County. The company produced Red Top beer, Red Top Ale, Defiance beer, Elk Ale, Elk Bock beer, Elk Export beer, and Elk Porter. After Joseph's death in 1900, the brewery would pass between a few owners but would eventually end up in the hands of Harry Hartley Wileman in 1906, who was the longest-running owner of the company until 1920. And, like most American breweries, Elk Brewing Company was hit by Prohibition and was forced to close. However, the company leased its factory buildings for ice and ice cream during this time. Upon the repeal of Prohibition, the company started again in 1933, and Harry returned to run the company until his death in 1935. The company struggled during this time. The first issue they ran into was the use of their Red Top name, as a company in Ohio that produced a malt syrup started using Red Top for their brand during Prohibition. The judge ended up ruling that the other company could not use the name Red Top in their products in western Pennsylvania, but could continue everywhere else in the United States. Because of this long court battle, Elk Brewing Company started to struggle financially. Shortly after, there were union disputes between outside unions from Ohio claiming that the western Pennsylvania unions weren't paying their employees enough and were unfair. Because of this, labor unrest started, which continued the decline of the brewery. Shortly after, in 1937, the brewery permanently closed and its factories and other businesses were sold off at auction. One of their buildings still stands to this day, and collectors can still find their bottles and advertisements.